Hey, what's going on? I'm gonna say something different from my usual, catchphrase that opens up my videos. You know who Tyson Fury is, and you know what he is, and that is, basically a cheater. Now, I know some people gonna try to say he was being sarcastic and all that kind of stuff, but keep in mind, I have family members that have degrees in psychology, and also I do a little bit of studying people's mannerisms and all that kind of stuff. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not on the verge of being being Dr. Town Biz. No, I'm just, reading and doing research on psychology, mannerisms, certain words and all that kind of stuff that people say. And plus I have at least three people in my family that got degrees in psychology. So I send them certain stuff and then they send it back to me and then they break it down, you know. So shout out to my family members that got those degrees in psychology. Shout out to them. Shout out to all my cousins. All right. All right. So let's begin. All right. So Tyson Fury said something that was kind of like mind boggling. And at the same time, it to me means that it sort of sounds like a admission of guilt, but he was trying to be sarcastic. There's times where you can be telling the truth and being sarcastic at the same time. Where you're being like sometimes when you're telling jokes, but you're telling it in a form where you're being sarcastic and you making it funny. Well, that's kind of what Tyson Fury did when he basically told a reporter. He said basically, yeah, I'm going to cheat again. You know, so he's on record saying that he cheated, not once, but in two press conferences, two interviews, and then a full-fledged press conference saying, well, I had this guy on my payroll, that guy on my payroll. So, at the end of the day, that sounds real suspicious. And then he was kind of breaking down how he did it, but he was saying, oh, yeah, I had horseshoes in my gloves and dynamite and all that kind of stuff. And it was a lot of truth to what Deontay Wilder said. He said, hey, you're not a knockout artist. He said, you didn't knock me out. But at the end of the day, Tyson Fury scored a technical knockout. And he said, after Deontay Wilder said, whatever you do, don't stop the fight. And he told Mark Breland not to stop the fight. And Mark Breland stopped the fight. So, at the end of the day, this is where we are now. And I've heard a lot of different things about Mark Breland and Deontay Wilder, about behind the scenes, what allegedly led up to. I'm not even going to go into that. I'm going to leave it alone. But, yeah, Tyson Fury all but admitted he said that he did it. I wouldn't even play like that, because that's just going to make people more suspicious of you. But here's the thing. Like I said, based off how he was talking, yeah. Then you look at the final press conference where he almost said to Deontay Wilder, when Deontay Wilder said that you needed to do all this and you need to do all that to beat me. And he said, you did it. And you could tell he almost slipped up and said, you did it too. He said, yes, you did. So Tyson Fury, he tried to insinuate that Deontay Wilder, oh man, he almost insinuated that Deontay Wilder was cheating like he was. He almost told on himself twice. So I'm just keeping it a buck, but I just found it funny. So Tyson Fury, he pretty much admit that he did it. So we'll leave it alone, but I just wanted to get that out there. That was pretty fucking funny. But anyway, this your boy Town Biz. I'm out.